Welcome to the most must-see BL talk show in history. Welcome to The Rundown. I'm Cody Diz. Please like the video right now. We gotta smash that like button repeatedly until your fingers fall off. Also, comment what you guys want to see on this channel. I'm trying to get as much content as I possibly can, and trying to do a lot more than what I have been. Trying to make improvements. So any advice, any suggestions, please leave them down in the comments. And then, like I always say, please subscribe. You guys have been killing it on the subscribe button recently. It's been huge. It's like these goals actually work. I didn't even think that. You know what? I'll set one more because recently I've been continuously setting 5 subscribers every time I've had a video. So, let me think. I'll say 10. Let's get to 10 extra subscribers from what we are now. I believe we're at like 240 something. Let's see 250 something. Let's get 10 subscribers. Can you guys please do that for me? Spread the word to your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, your grandparents, anybody that you know that is invested in the Berkshire League. Spread it to the rundown. All right, let's cover some games, shall we? We got 4 games to cover, so it's gonna be a long video most likely. But hey, I'm ready. I've been born ready every single day. All right, let's get to it. Shepaug went to Housy the other night, and it was a massacre. Mike Parachi scored first with a nice tough finish down the lane, and then Owen Hibbard with a nice layup. Shepaug steals it, and Mike Parachi is going to come down and finish it. Then Owen Hibbard dribbles up, pulls a 3, and hits. Parachi gets the pass, goes throughout the defense, and gets a tough finish. And then Parachi again finishes off another tough drive. He had a good game. Owen Hibbard at the end of the first half dribbles in. Pull-up jumper is good. He's going to get the steal. He's going to come up, pull up, and beats the buzzer again. And then later in the game, Owen Hibbard fakes out Ivan Pascasio, hits the 3-pointer. Beautiful fake. And then Hibbard just took over, drove in, and finishes at the rim. And then Hibbard one last time drives left, goes right, and pulls up for the jumper. Shepaug was dominant in their win against Housy on the road. So Shepaug has been playing really well. Their first game against Northwestern, I actually was expecting them to come out with the win. It was a very close game, and I think in the end, Northwestern was just able to get the better of them. But in this game, I mean, it's Housy. Housy hasn't really been doing much. We're going to talk more about them after because there's another game that they had in the last couple days. But Shepaug has been dominant. They have really proven themselves. Owen Hibbard has really made a name for himself. He's put himself in the history books as Shepaug's leading scorer in history, having a career-high 48 points. Last year, he was a 1,000-point scorer. He's averaging over 30 points a game. I believe it's like 36.3 right now from when I last calculated it. So he's having a really good MVP year. Right now, he's the front runner to me. And that's not knocking anyone else. He's just been dominant. Mike Parachi finally has a big game. I mean, he was having a couple 10-point performances, which isn't bad. I mean, it's pretty, decent for, what Shepaug can do. But a nice 21-point performance. I want to see a little bit more out of that from him. And maybe him and Owen will end up splitting the load a little more. But a beautiful game by Shepaug. They just did everything right. For Housy, it's another bad night. It's nothing new there. They got a lot to fix. We're going to cover that a little later. Wamoga went on the road to face Northwestern, who's been undefeated this year. It was a tough game. Nolan Totoro finds Carter Nordland for the layup. And then Carter Nordland drives in again, and he finishes at the rim once more. Charlie Coffey kind of had a quiet game, but he found Nolan Totoro for the fast break layup, and then Nordland finds Totoro for the and one. Always gotta scream and one. Curtis Blishy threw it down off of Clay Maloney, missed. That was a beautiful throwdown, and then Clay Maloney's gonna get the steal, and he's gonna take it all the way for the fast break layup. And then Freddie Camp on the defensive end. He's just going to send this one right off the glass. And then Jake Brodnitsky finds Jack Lavoie for the fast break layup. This game was very fast-paced. Curtis Blishy dribbled in. Had a nice flashy pass to Trevor Grantmeyer for the layup. Carter Nordland drives in. Avoids the contact for the nice layup. That was beautiful. And then Jake Brodnitsky drives around Charlie Coffey and gets the finish. And then Coffey finds Carter Nordland for the nice open floater in the middle. Coffey again found his teammate in the corner for the three. Very solid game by Wamogo, I thought. And then Curtis Blishy found Jake Brodnitsky for the open three. Nolan Turtoro got the and one, driving to the basket. That's an and one. And then Jack Lavoie finding Clay Maloney for the layup on the fast break. I think that was the big killer, free throws and everything. Wamogo goes down to Northwestern, who stayed undefeated. So Wamogo played really well to me in the first quarter and the second quarter. I just think down the road, it was just not easy for them to, come back from a big lead that Northwestern was able to spark. And foul trouble was huge. I mean, all the guys for Northwestern, there was a lot of free throws taken that game, I thought. When I was watching it, I was seeing, Wamogo was always lined up at the Northwestern was always lined up at the free throw line, and that's a huge thing. Like, a lot of people don't realize it, but free throws definitely can matter in a Berkshire League game. Every single point counts to me, and that's huge. If you eliminate a lot of those fouls, Wamogo might have been having a little bit more momentum than they did, and it would have been maybe a close game. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case, and I feel bad because Wamogo has really had a rough start to this season. I mean, they went from having one of the best dynasty teams in history to, becoming a team where, not many familiar faces, and it's all new. So it's going to take some time for them to get a win. Right now, they are tied with Housy for last. I mean, Housy has a couple extra losses because they've played more games, but Wamogo is 0-3. That's not what you need right now if you're Wamogo. You need to win big, and you need to win now. Because if you wait until the end of the season to get your wins, then by that time, it's going to, really, really kill you guys. I think. I mean, yes, it's great to have momentum going into the tournament, but I think you guys need to win big so that you can place well in the tournament. So over these next few games, I would just say to, keep doing what you're doing, and when they start to get a run, just play a lot harder on defense. Not saying Wamogo doesn't already do that, but definitely stay out of foul trouble. That's the biggest thing, and that will be the thing that keeps you guys in the game. For Northwestern, they've been dominating. We're going to talk about them later, too, because they played Housy. So Housy and Northwestern I'll both talk about later. Let's get to the next game. Nonnewaug charged into Gilbert, and this was, at first, a really great start for Nonnewaug. John Kazaka found Brendan Burke for the three-pointer. And then Kazaka again would find his teammate for the three. This time it was Ben Conti. He had a really good game. Ryan Tomkowski on the fast break with a nice alley-oop to John Kazaka. And then Dylan Crowley misses a deep three from Curry range. Kazaka drives down and gets a tough finish over Crowley. Beautiful job by Kazaka. Then Ben Conti finds Cosmo Lovig for the three. And John Kazaka again hits the fast break three-pointer. Kazaka led the team in scoring. Ryan Tomkowski hit a three-pointer from the top of the key. He had a good game. Brendan Burke hits a three off the nice pass. This team was hitting threes everywhere. Ben Conti catches it, hits a corner three. John Kazaka found Ben Conti, who drove in a beautiful finish by Conti. Kazaka then got 2 straight 3-pointers, and they were both off 2 straight possessions with passes from Brendan Burke. So that's a little interesting. Then John Kazaka drives in and gets the and one. Gets Devin Ross to pick up the foul. Ryan Tomkalski gets the buzzer-beating layup off an air ball from Kazaka, and then Dylan Crowley had a nice fast break dunk, but at the end of the day, Nonnewaug destroys Gilbert. Gilbert down to 1-3 after a nice win to start off the year. So Nonnewaug, after being demolished by Shepaug, comes onto the road and demolishes Gilbert. I mean, I was kind of expecting Nonnewaug to have a really good game after, losing last game by a big amount. But I expected this one to be a lot closer because of how things were in the standings. I thought Gilbert was going to be able to put up a bigger fight. The problem with Gilbert that I've noticed is it's all Dylan Crowley. I mean, Dylan is doing everything that he can. Crowley has become a great player. It's his supporting cast. I just don't think, they know their roles yet. I think they're still trying to learn them, and it's tough because, Dylan is the clear star of that team, but there's just so many different things that have gone wrong. I mean, foul trouble, violations, there a lot of missed open shots, which can be definitely huge. But I think Gilbert, at some point, they just got to sit down. They got to work things out. They got to figure out really, solidly what is wrong. It's going to take a bit to fix, but I think they can do it. I just don't know when exactly. They have a lot to figure out. And I talked to Crowley the other day, and he was even saying that not everyone is definitely at their best, but we definitely have to work on a lot of different things. So hopefully we'll see a positive sign for Gilbert. On the other hand, Nonnewaug 2-1. I mean, I think Nonnewaug is really going to be a tough team to beat this year. Some people were saying that because that Nonnewaug was not going to be this good, that Nonnewaug was not going to be in the top part of the standings, but I think they're stronger this year than they were last year. I mean, it's tough because it's only a 12-game season, so you can't really tell down the line, and you got to really play hard now. But I think Nonnewaug's really got it. I think they've got everything down. In one of the clips that I had gotten, I could hear Coach Parker yelling at John Kazaka for a shot that he didn't think was too smart. I found that funny, but this team works so well at moving the ball, passing around, dribbling inside. They do well they do well hitting their open threes, and that's the thing that Gilbert, I think, does wrong. They don't hit as many open threes. Nonnewaug, on the other hand, was on fire tonight, and it's definitely going to be a tough road. I think Nonnewaug is one of the better teams in the league, and I think Gilbert is now kind of ranked as one of the lower teams because of how they've performed out of the first 4 games. But we'll just have to see how it goes, and I truly think that this is going to be a weird way that we can end the standings. I mean, Gilbert might prove everyone wrong. Nonnewaug might prove to be the dominant team that I think they are. We'll see. We'll just have to see what happens. Housatonic went on the road to face the undefeated Northwestern. Housy still is winless, so Housy won the tip. But then Jake Bronitsky steals it all from Russell Sears and gets the layup. Russ wasn't paying attention. And then Curtis Blishy plows through Liam Murphy for the layup. Blishy later on found Devin DeVita with the underhand pass down low. And then Clay Maloney passes it to Jack Lavoie for the fast break layup. Gets it through the entire defense. Freddie Camp says the bank is open. Hits the jumper. And then Devin DeVita beats the buzzer. Oh my God. Northwestern goes to dominate Housy at home. All right, so Housatonic. Guys, I really don't know how to fix you. I mean, oh my God. There's just so many issues. I mean, Defense, there's not enough defense. You guys are giving up the most points per game probably ever. This is a team that compares to the 2012-13 Housy team. They went 0-20 in the regular season. Gave up the most points per game. They were absolutely atrocious. And this team looks as if it's going to repeat that history, if not make it even worse. Northwestern, on the other hand, is 5-0, the same thing as the 20-0 2012-13 squad for Northwestern. So that game was like repeating history because Housy ends up 0-5, and that season they went 0-20. Northwestern's on pace to become undefeated and go 20-0. Obviously, there's 12 games in the season this year, so obviously they won't go 20-0. But Northwestern's doing everything right. They've done every single bit right against every team. I haven't been able to find a true weakness. I mean, they pass well. They play really great defense. They play some of the hardest defense in the league, in my opinion. Housy, on the other hand, their defense is soft. It's lackluster. And their scoring ability. They don't have a true scorer, which is the problem, because everyone just starts randomly hoisting up shots, and it's not going to work like that. You can't win basketball games just by randomly putting up shots and expecting them to go in. And it doesn't look like they're running an offense. Like, to me, it just seems like they're freelancing, and their freelance just doesn't work. So for Housy, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't have an answer to help you guys other than just play harder on defense. Try and set up good shots, because you guys take frustrating shots, and I can tell because these are shots that like nobody in their right mind would take, or at least some of you. Some shots have been taken that I've really questioned, but for Northwestern, I would just say keep doing what you're doing. You guys have been really well, and I think if you guys continue on this path, it's going to really continue to become a good season and a history-making season for Northwestern. All right, let's get to the top 5 plays of the last 2 days. Let's go to number 5 first. John Kazaka had a great game, but he found Ben Conti, who drives in and finishes a beautiful layup. Number 4, Clay Maloney bounce passes it through Russell Sears to Jack Lavoie for the layup. Number 3, Owen Hibbard dribbles in. He's going to pull up a jumper. That's good. He steals it back. And then he pulls up and he beats the buzzer to end the first half. Curtis Blishy dribbles in on a flashy pass to Trevor Grantmeyer for the layup as number 2. And then number 1, Devin DeVita steals it. He's going to drive down, beats the buzzer. My goodness. It was a beautiful, beautiful play. And those are your top 5 plays of the last 2 days. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please smash, smash, smash that like button. Tap it until your fingers fall off. Every single one. So what? You have 10 fingers. So it probably takes about, probably 30 minutes for each finger to, fall off after repeatedly tapping it. So definitely lose all 10 of your fingers while tapping that like button. Leave in the comments what you guys want to see. I've really been asking because I just want to know what you guys want, like, for more content. I'm trying to do as much as I can because I really want to, support the Berkshire League and really put you guys out there. And I want to make this as professional as I can and make it as, legit as possible. So definitely leave a comment suggesting whatever. And let me know what you think of the video in the comment section as well. Or you can snap or DM me for the players or fans that have my Snap and my Instagram. And most importantly, subscribe. Hit that like goal. 10 subscribers. Definitely could use it. There's still probably, let's see, we're at like 240 something. We're almost at 800 followers now. Let me just say that you guys have really killed it with the followers recently. I've gained so many over the last 2 weeks, maybe just the last week, and it's been huge. So thank you for all the support. But definitely subscribe. There's about a fourth of us, or a fourth of you guys that are. So please subscribe. Really would help out. And thank you again for watching another episode of The Rundown, and I hope you enjoyed. Peace out.